Have you ever wondered why people from different cultures think, feel, and act so differently? It's not just about upbringing, it's how culture actually programs our brains. Today we're diving into the fascinating science behind culture and the brain. Welcome to This Is Your Brain on Culture. Think of your brain as the hardware and your culture as the software. The culture you grow up in installs programs in your mind in subtle but powerful ways. For example, in the US, people often focus on personal goals, while in Japan, harmony with the group is the priority. Greetings are another great example. A firm handshake in America, or two cheek kisses in France. Even our eating habits train our motor skills. Think of eating with your hands. In India versus using a fork and knife in the West, culture even shapes how we experience time. Western cultures tend to see it as a straight line moving from past to future, whereas some African and Latin American cultures have a more flexible, event-based approach to it. So how does culture actually get into our brains? It's all thanks to something called neuroplasticity. Our brains are incredibly adaptable, and our cultural experiences physically and functionally shape them. For instance, children who grow up multilingual develop stronger, more complex language networks. In cultures where music is a central part of daily life, musicians often have enhanced auditory and motor areas in their brains. Indigenous people who navigate vast, complex terrains often develop a larger hippocampus, the brain region responsible for spatial memory. Even a skill we take for granted, like learning to read, fundamentally rewires the visual and language centers of the brain. Culture doesn't just build new pathways, it also shapes how we see, think, and remember the world around us. Studies have shown that Westerners tend to focus on individual objects in a scene, like a single person in a photo. In contrast, East Asians are more likely to notice the background, context, and the relationships between objects. Language plays a huge role too. If your language has many different words for colors, like multiple shades of blue, your brain actually gets better at telling those colors apart. Memory is also affected. People from collectivist cultures tend to remember social events and group activities more vividly, while those from individualist cultures often have stronger memories of personal achievements. Even our problem-solving styles differ. Typically more analytical and piece by piece in the West. It's more holistic and big picture in the East. It's not just our thoughts, but our emotions and behaviors that are programmed by culture. The way we express anger, for example, varies dramatically. It might be suppressed in a culture like Japan to maintain harmony, but expressed openly and passionately in Italy. The emotions of shame and guilt also play different roles. Shame, which is about how others see you, tends to be a more dominant social regulator in collectivist cultures. Guilt, which is more about your own internal sense of right and wrong, is often more prominent in individualist cultures. Even happiness looks different around the world. It can be a quiet, subtle contentment in Northern Europe, but loud and expressive in Latin America. And how about our behavior toward others? Helping a stranger is a common social expectation in places like India, but in a busy US city, people might be more reserved and keep to themselves. All of these cultural influences are guided by what we call cultural schemas. These are mental frameworks we absorb from birth that automatically guide our thinking and behavior. They're like pre-written scripts for how to navigate the world. Examples include gender roles, which might be strictly defined in many Middle Eastern cultures, or the deep respect for elders, common in Asia, which contrasts with the emphasis on equality in the West. Daily rituals, like prayers in Muslim cultures, structure not just routines but also ways of thinking. Even our consumer habits are guided by these schemas. In Japan, the beautiful presentation of a product is crucial, while in the US, speed and convenience often win out. So culture isn't just a backdrop to our lives, it literally shapes our brains. It programs our thinking, our attention, our memory, our emotions, and our behavior. Who we are, how we see the world, and how we act are the amazing results of biology and culture working together. Understanding this can help us appreciate our differences, improve communication, and even learn new ways of thinking. Next time you meet someone from a different culture, remember, it's not just what they do, it's how their brain has been uniquely shaped by their world. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights into the mind and culture.